How did Viking ships reflect their culture? If you have ever wondered how Viking ships were more than just vessels for the Vikings, you are about to uncover a fascinating aspect of their culture. Let us explore how these ships reflected the values, beliefs, and way of life of the Viking people. Viking ships were not just modes of transportation, they were symbols of power, ingenuity, and the far-reaching influence of Viking culture. These ships were masterpieces of naval architecture, showcasing the advanced engineering skills of the ancient Norse people. Their sleek, elongated hulls and shallow drafts made them perfect for speed, agility, and versatility, whether on the open sea or in shallow rivers. In Viking culture, ships were a means of expansion and exploration. They facilitated the Vikings' travels to new territories, including the British Isles, Greenland, Iceland, and even parts of North America. This ability to traverse vast distances by sea allowed the Vikings to establish settlements and engage in trade with distant lands, significantly influencing the development of medieval Europe. Beyond their practical uses, Viking ships held deep cultural and symbolic significance. They were often associated with the gods and myths of Norse mythology. For instance, the legendary ship Skidbladnir, said to belong to the god Freyr, was believed to always have a favorable wind and could be folded up and carried in a pocket. This mythological connection underscored the spiritual importance of ships in Viking society. Viking ships also played a crucial role in funeral rituals. High-ranking individuals, such as chieftains and warriors, were sometimes buried in ship graves, with a longship serving as their final resting place. This practice symbolized a journey to the afterlife, highlighting the importance of the sea and maritime prowess in Viking society. The design and decoration of Viking ships further reflected their culture. Dragon boats, for example, were decorated with ornately carved dragon heads on the bow, which served both as protection against evil spirits and to intimidate opponents. These decorations were not just functional, but also carried significant symbolic meaning, reflecting the strong influence of myths and legends in Viking culture. In addition, ship imagery was incorporated into various aspects of Viking life, from decorated lead weights and elaborate jewelry to toy boats. These items provide evidence of the central role ships played in Norse communities and identity, and perhaps even the aspirations of children who might grow up to sail the real thing. The use of ships in Viking warfare also highlights their cultural significance. Viking sea battles were often fought in protected fjords or sheltered waters, where ships could be rafted together to form floating islands. The combination of shallow draft and enhanced seaworthiness allowed Vikings to navigate inland waters and attack overseas shore targets that otherwise could not be reached from home. In summary, Viking ships were more than just vessels. They were integral to the Vikings' way of life, reflecting their power, ingenuity, cultural beliefs, and spiritual practices. Whether used for exploration, trade, warfare, or burial rituals, these ships left an indelible mark on the history and culture of the Norse people.